Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the e-commerce lab by Ecomcy, the place of A related to Amazon FBA private level and e-commerce. My name is Vincenzo Toscano, founder and CEO of Ecomcy, and today we bring another special guest. His name is Netzah, and he's the CEO of Forest E-commerce Technologies and also the co-founder of Upsilon. So he has so much experience in the e-commerce space. This guy, whenever we meet, he always give me, one of those hacks that we know can definitely do an impact in your Amazon business. And beyond that, like he has been in the space for so many years now. And I remember when we actually met back in Prague last time we met, we're discussing about how nowadays Amazon sellers don't really know how to track things such as lifetime value, which we see every single day becoming more and more important, especially as tacos and ACOs becomes more top of the surface metrics and don't really give you the full picture of your Amazon business. So that's why I wanted to bring Netset today on board, because I feel this is a topic nobody's bringing to the table, and we see, you know, on top of the surface how Amazon started to bring some of these metrics to your dashboard, and you really need to understand how to grasp them and make something significant out of that. So, Netza, welcome to the show. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Vincenzo, for having me. So much
Pleasure.
fun to see you again.
Pleasure. I know we have spent a lot of memories together now. I consider you as a bro, and I really respect what you've been doing in the industry. So I'm very excited to see what you have for us today. If you don't mind, just give us a little bit of background on yourself. I know you are serial entrepreneur. You've been doing so many things in the space, but try to give us the substance about who is Netza and how you're here now.
Okay, fine. I've started Amazon business in 2015, 2016. It was amazing. I mean,
The good times.
it was amazing. You open a campaign, $10, $15 per day,
Oh my God.
which is, you don't spend the whole amount.
Yeah.
Amazon can take out, and everything was exploding. It was amazing. But yeah, we saw Amazon from the place. It was amazing to launch products.
Yeah.
We saw how it changed to a place that it's amazing to launch brands on.
Hmm.
And there is a huge difference when you launch product and when you launch brand.
Yeah.
During the years, we had so many companies, so many platforms, tech platforms, tech companies, and also we founded a company that is only trading on Amazon called Epsilon.
Yeah.
Nowadays, she's traded on the Israeli stock market. It's doing
Oh.
great. Last year, we sold something like $15-17 million. Um, I love the space. I love e-commerce. It's the
Yeah.
passion, always to think different. I bring so many experience from other fields, such as technology and startups and business, which is what I do usually.
Yeah.
And, and yeah, anytime I go to any event, that I'm just asking questions. I just want to learn,
Yeah.
and you get things that are missing, that people in need, and they don't even know that they need it.
Hmm. I know. It's
It's
tough. Yeah, I know. I see that all the time, unfortunately. Like Amazon sellers, a lot of them they got caught into the old mentality of how they run the Amazon business, which is Amazon is the whole business, and they don't see it as a channel. And on top of that, the KPIs they keep tracking, unfortunately, are becoming the wrong way of seeing the whole picture, because especially if you are a product that go beyond that single point of contact, which is only one transaction and that's it. Like you really need to focus on the actual awareness of the brand, how many what is the average value basket of your consumers, how many times they come back, all these things. And I see nobody talking about this. And let's be honest, that's how you run a brand. Like everybody that does this D2C, for example, all the metrics are around lifetime value. It's not about acres and tacos, right? So tell us a little bit about how you came to the realization about the fact that lifetime value was so important for your business. I guess this was due to you digging further into your business, like how this was a topic within your business, became a topic.
Yeah, in general, again, when you come from from the world of startups
Yeah.
and tech. You start your first time, you always focus on the product and user acquisition,
Mm-hmm.
which was like we did on 2015, 2016. We
Yeah.
always found we were looking for someone to buy our product once.
Exactly.
We
That's
never
it.
thought about them. We never thought about bringing them back to us consistently. And during the last year, when Amazon added the option for subscribe and save, I'm always thinking about it, how to move from to be a first timer in startup and do user acquisition and think like a second timer startups that looking for retention. So that this transformation from user acquisition to retention, it's huge in the way your business is running. So whenever I'm talking with someone, hey, so what you do, what
Mm-hmm.
what are you selling? All right, do you have a subscribe and save products? Because I want to understand how big is this market of Amazon sellers that thinking about retention and how they work. What are the methods that they are using? If I get the answer yes, so my first question is like, okay, and what is the lifetime value of your business
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
product? What is the lifetime value of your
Yeah.
customers? And no one told me. No one.
Yeah.
It was insane. And I'm okay. So you have a brand of subscribe and save products, and you don't know what is the lifetime value. So
Crazy.
how,
Yeah.
how do you advertise?
Yeah.
How do you take a decision and about how do you take decisions about your budget? That
Mm-hmm.
the most basic stuff. Everyone
Yeah.
wants to see a beautiful Ecos. They want to see a beautiful tacos. If I know my lifetime value and it's good, and my product
Yeah.
is good, you can learn a lot about the quality of the product,
Exactly.
about how people react to it, if they love it. Because if they get it on a monthly basis for 5, 6, 7 months, you know your product is good. People are
Yeah.
connected to it.
Yeah. I know.
And they are looking for the 30% Ecos.
I know. I know.
And I'm like, okay, but you can have 120% Ecos, right? And
Yeah.
you still be profitable
I have seen that.
because your average lifetime value is 5, 6, 7 months.
Exactly. I have seen that so many times. And it's good that you bring this example. I have seen accounts where the ACOS sometimes is 50, 60%. The ACOS is tacos is 40, 50, and the ACOS is even higher. But when I go on the lifetime value, they do on average $300, $400 from a consumer. So even if your customer acquisition cost is $50, that means that you lost money on the first purchase. Then you're gonna make so much money in the long term. So it's a no-brainer to have a high tacos, but people don't comprehend that. It's like it's difficult. Yeah.
And this is just it's just the basic. Okay,
Yeah.
when you manage your business properly and you follow the right KPIs, like the lifetime value, and then you can, and how many retention you have, how many retained customers you have.
Yeah.
If you have 500 repeating customers, you know that you will need 6,000 units for the rest of the year.
Exactly.
You can manage it. If you have 2,000, you're going to have 24,000 sales that you know that you are going to sell with zero expenses. You have so many ways to manage your business when you know and follow and focus your attention in the retention. For example, small example, just a small thing. You can get 10, 20, 30% from your manufacturer if you tell them, I want to buy for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
You can save so much money if you also tell them, okay, make the products. I need 24,000 because I have 2,000 subscribers to my product. I need 24,000. I will not order it 3,000 and 3,000. Take 24, but keep it on your warehouse.
Yeah.
Send it over when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
So you save money, you save storage, you save so much money that eventually that's your net profit. all of those stuff, that this 15%, it's your 15%.
Yeah, I know,
That
I know.
that's money that you get to your pocket. When you think business wise and not just Amazon wise, it's so different.
That's the thing. Most Amazon sellers, unfortunately, they just keep seeing their business as Amazon is everything, and they are not going the omni-channel route, and that's why they're struggling because all their eggs are in the same basket, and if when all eggs are in the same basket, and on top of that, your decisions are not, driven by smart KPIs, as we basically bring to the table today, you're gonna struggle. Now we are talking about lifetime value and all of this, but the reality is most people don't even know how to do this kind of calculations, right? Because in order for you to realize what is the lifetime value, you need to go inside your Amazon account. Some people don't really know where to find these reports. I know you're gonna then give us a little bit of insights about that. So tell us a high level, like how a person like a normal Amazon seller could go right now to their account or even using software and realize what is the lifetime value of their brand.
Okay, because Amazon don't show us the
Yeah,
actual lifetime value.
yeah,
On Amazon, you can only see how many subscribers do you have at any given time.
yeah,
Um, Soon, I know that Amazon just released
dashboard. Hmm.
a new API procedure for developers to tell you when you get a new subscriber, which is
Exactly.
nice. Okay, it's
Mm.
like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's the deal.
That's
Okay,
gonna be
I
good.
love it.
Yeah,
I got a subscriber. Okay, it's like 10 times better than getting an
myself.
order.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's cool. I believe that soon you will see it around on some softwares. Um, I'm calculating it manually. I'm taking the order report. I'm going to tell you one of the things that no one is knowing, no one
our
aware of.
hack. First time here in the Commerce Lab.
It's not a hack. It's just something that you can see and check. Okay.
Yeah,
The email address, the
email
the
ID.
hash,
Yeah.
the hash email address of the Amazon buyer, all right, that you can download from the order reports on Amazon Seller
Yeah,
Central. Even if you don't have a software or something, you can just
yeah,
download it from Amazon Seller Central. The email itself is unique for each customer who buys from you. So instead of looking at it as a hash email ID, this is the user ID. This is the customer who bought from you. So the only thing you do, you take this chart, couple of small calculations,
yeah.
how many times this email address
Good,
appears
good.
on on this table. And then if I have this email address 10 times, I have a 10-time buyer. I want to understand who is this buyer. I want to know why he buys 10 times. For subscribe and save products, it's amazing. Yeah, you can see it also for business products, such
Yeah,
as like one-time glasses, single-use glasses, or things for the office, coffee, capsules, tea, things that people are buying on a regular basis, consumable.
yeah,
Also for supplements, you can see it. It's like
yeah.
most of the people do subscriptions.
And for
And
this one, out of curiosity, how far back you like to download these orders? Because I guess depending on the amount of data sample that you get, the more accurate is gonna be this assumption of your lifetime value. So, do you have a specific window of minimum amount of time you need to really have an accurate data for your lifetime value?
that's a great question.
Mhm.
Yeah, minimum of 1 year.
Okay,
It's a minimum of 1 year. When we do it on our side, we take 3 years back.
okay,
We want to know what was the lifetime value for 3 years, for 2 years, for 1 year, for 9 months, 6 months, 3 months. We want to calculate everything and see also what changes that we made, how did it affect our lifetime value. For example,
hmm,
instead of writing um, 30 pack coffee capsules, we write 30 happy mornings
interesting.
and on our title. So on our images, the image is not just the coffee capsules. When you think about in the A plus content and everything, you show how people are getting it on a monthly basis. That the delivery guy gives
Yeah.
the coffee capsules on in front of the
Mm-hmm.
the entrance,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
she's like surprised. It was like a
Mm,
gift, right? It's like a gift. You did not expect that, even though you have the subscription. But hey, I just got my coffee for the
yeah,
rest of the month.
that's
So
good. Yeah.
so when you see the differences, and then you can place changes that you've made in order to get more retained customers and not in user acquisition. So 3 years, it's great to have because you can see about changes that you know that you've made before.
Hmm.
Um, but the minimum is 1 year. In one
Okay.
year, you can say how many times a customer bought my product in the last year, and then
Exactly.
you calculate it twice because you
Hmm.
need to have two results. You need to know what is the lifetime value for repeating customers
Yeah.
when you focus yourself on acquiring subscribers, and you need to know what is the lifetime value for all of your customers,
Exactly.
including
Yeah.
the ones.
Yeah. And I guess from here, just to add on this, I guess you can even see find out the frequency, how often they come back, because from this, then you can extrapolate this data and put it into advertising, like sponsor display, retargeting your consumers, and all of that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you have a one time purchase, okay, if
Hmm.
someone just wants to try your product,
Hmm.
you have a 30 pack of coffee capsules. So you want to target him and tell him, hey, did you enjoy my coffee? Here is 25% subscribe.
Hmm.
Here is
Yeah.
20% subscribe. He
Yeah.
gets the discount. You don't pay more for the advertising, and you stand on Ecos
Yeah.
of 20% stable.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the beauty of save and subscribe, which happens to me, um, is that most people, once they go inside subscribe and save, they let it go. Like most people don't remove it. Even myself have so many things right now, my subscribe and save, that I don't use anymore, because that aggressive discount that you get hooked on, right?
Yeah,
And then yeah, it's pretty much free money for a company, because we're discussing this as well. The most expensive thing for a brand is customer acquisition. So if you're able to overcome that only once, and then you keep them inside the loop, it's like that's how you keep growing the brand successfully from there, right? And focusing only on tacos and egos and all that, so yeah.
yeah. We need always separate the Amazon KPIs, which is it's important
Yeah,
to
of
track.
course, of course.
Yeah, basically people managing businesses of multi-million dollars following those KPIs.
Yeah, yeah,
My question is, what will happen if those businesses
exactly.
will follow the right KPIs, the right business KPIs? I'm not inventing anything. This is the most
The
basic
basics.
KPI that I'm using for years on my platforms.
Yeah,
When you have a SaaS software, you need to understand what is the lifetime value, because I need to know how much
it's
I
all
can
about that.
spend for
Yeah, yeah,
acquiring a subscriber. It's so basic.
yeah, yeah, I know.
And I'm not inventing anything. For most of the people that are in the business, also outside of Amazon, it will sound like, okay, what is this basic stuff? And I mean, it's so basic. But when you get it to an Amazon seller, which is selling $2-3 million a year, and it doesn't know that, we have a problem. So that we are here for those people today.
Yeah, exactly. Now, something I want to bring to the table as well is that now doing some brainstorming. This could be even a good way to do market research before you jump on a market, because now you can know in advance if a market is worth entering or not based on what potentially could be the lifetime value, because then you can do some projection of this, the lifetime value I could get if I get X amount of user, this how much money I can deploy for advertising. So I know you have some strategies with some tools when it comes to doing some market analysis when it comes to that. So what is usually your technique when it comes to that?
When we are talking about market analysis, we will move on to the next subject,
Yeah.
not through lifetime value specifically.
Yeah.
It's just another KPI that I feel and I see in the field that people are using wrong, which is a market volume and market share. There are not
Yeah.
many platforms that can actually give you the right way of doing it. The
Okay.
only platform that I know that is actually working, that you can use it, it's the market tracker in Helium 10,
Yeah.
which is very simple. And if you ask them why you do that, it's because it exists. And if it exists, so maybe you need to use it. But why and how to increase your sales with this information, how to prevent yourself from losing sales using this information, no one is talking about. And I'll give some examples.
Yeah.
Just for those of you who doesn't know what is a market volume and market share. Okay, the market volume is the total sales, okay, of all of your market. What is a market? We'll define it in a little bit, but the total sales of all of the competitors, including you. The market share is your share of the pie, your slice. So if you have a market volume, usually it's in dollars, in US dollars. For example, if we are on Amazon.com, so I have 100,000 a market volume per month. The market volume per month is 100,000. If I'm selling 1,000, I have 1% of market share. And so those are the basics. I believe most of you knowing it. And as we talked at the beginning, we were talking about the moving of Amazon being a product platform to a brand platform.
Exactly.
You could see that with the brand analytics and
all the tools.
And the trademarks and everything, and all of the tools. They support brands, not single products, not white label products.
Even their events, you see all Amazon events now, it's all about enterprise brands and all of that. They don't talk about the small guy anymore.
Exactly. And you could see that on 2017, you could already see that. That Amazon is aiming to get more brands than products. They want Amazon wants to change the mindset of AliExpress, that you don't care about the brand, you get just the white label product, with the sticker on it. AliExpress, Temu, eBay, all as well. She wants brands. She wants also small sellers to be brands.
They want to detach from the feeling, which is the bad press they've been having, that everything is from China, cheap, and all of that. Yeah, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not more of the same. When you scroll from page 1 to page 2 on Amazon, you usually see different things and beautiful things. Okay, you can see beautiful products out there because they're branded properly. Now, if you are a brand in a competitive landscape, what is your goal? To make more sales, obviously, but it's always versus your competitors.
Exactly.
And we will talk about that. I think it's the biggest danger for Amazon sellers that don't track their market share. Okay, I think there's huge danger, and we will get there. We will get there soon.
Yeah.
But as a brand, I want to know my market share. Coca-Cola, you think she cares about how many units she sold this year? What would Coca-Cola prefer? To sell 10 times more, but lose the market leadership in the space, or sell just the same and have 44.9% in 2015 in the
Yeah.
US, 44.9%.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
domination of Coca-Cola. Pepsi has 25.4.
Yeah.
So, and another 30% for all of the others.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm brand. I want to lead the market. I want to
Yeah.
crush it. I want
Yeah.
to absolute crush the market by
Yeah.
gaining as much market share as possible. Not only for my Coca-Cola, not only for my Sprite or against Pepsi or against 7-Up. I want to dominate the market completely. 44% of all of the drinks, soft drinks in the US, I want to get those 44%. Now for
Yeah.
specific product, for my brand as well.
Yeah.
And specifically for each product, it's the under level. Now, on Amazon, it's a little bit different. Okay, because you have so many kinds, and it's more like search. You have so much search. People want something specific. When
Yeah.
you search for a drink, you search for Coca-Cola for what you like. But when you're looking for a gift for your dad, you're looking for gifts for dad.
Yeah.
For example.
Exactly.
Now, let's pause and define our markets. What is my market? How do I do that? I'll give an example for one of my brands. I'm selling whiskey stones.
Mm-hmm.
And once we started think differently, we started thinking, who buys whiskey stones? I love whiskey. You know that.
Yeah.
I love whiskey. I've never bought myself a whiskey stones. Never thought about it. Because I love the whiskey my way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my friends who wants to buy me a gift buys me whiskey stones. People who are looking for gifts for their dads buying whiskey stones. Those are they have the money. They are my customers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Now that also how you can get recurring customers, because if I buy to myself whiskey stones, I'm no more relevant because I already have whiskey stones. I don't need to buy more.
Yeah.
But when you focus on the right customers, so I'll give you an example with numbers.
Yeah.
On my market. My market for the Whiskey Stones brand called Cuba Accessories. My market is only for Whiskey Stones. We sell all of the competitors together $2.5 million per month. This is the market. If I'm only on Whiskey Stones, that's my threshold.
As a
Now we know
max.
that to make money, actual money, I need to have 10% of the market share.
Yeah.
To make 250K.
At least. Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
10% of the market share. And on Amazon, it's almost, if you are not a super brand, it's very difficult to get 10% of market
It's hard. It's very aggressive. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
unless you have 100,000 reviews and you are dominating brands since 2014, 13. You can reach those numbers. But I have another market that I'm tracking, which is Gifts for Men.
Mm-hmm.
Gifts for Men have $250 million per month.
Huge. Yeah. 100 times.
It's a huge market. Now, if I get 0.3% of this market, I get $750 per month for my product.
With 0.3 is much more achievable.
If you think about it, okay, only
Yeah.
0.3 in this market when I know my persona, I can get there. But I have my middle market, my right market, my exact defined market, which is gifts for men in the same price range, like $5 above $5.
Mhm.
That's in products who are $30 per unit.
Yeah.
Including all of the Whiskey Stones competitors. And then I have a market that I can compete, I can grow, I can crush the competition, and no one knows about it because I'm not in the space with my competitors.
Yeah.
This market has $25 million per month. In 2%, I get $500,000 per month, 500K. in this specific market, when I target it, when I go for it, and I know what is the space, who I'm competing with. I'm not looking about this whiskey stones or this whiskey stones. No, I'm looking also for cigar cutters
Exactly. Yeah.
ones. I'm looking for socks. Bring me a beer socks.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Things that you buy to your dad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
What?
wanted to add on this that what you mentioned about market share, we use it a lot, for example, with brand analytics. We always at the keyword level try to identify, what is our brand share. And that's super powerful because just using the same principle, you're able to know how much is your dominance on that niche. And on top of that, if you actually overperforming, underperforming, and based on that, adapt your PPC optimization everything. So here's the same principle, but more at the high level. And I agree, a lot of people don't even have a look at this, and that's where a lot of dilution comes into the conversation. When you're meeting with a seller and they say, "Oh, I want to make $5 million," but then on this market, and then the market size 7 million. It's like you will never get more than 50% market share. That's impossible. So it's good that you bring this to the table, because that sometimes is very important metric to really understand what's the ceiling. And I think people should do this even during the market research in the first place, because sometimes
Absolutely.
you enter a niche saying, "Oh, I want to make 7 8 figures," but if your niche by nature doesn't allow you to do that, like you're putting all this effort to aim for a goal that is not achievable with the current pro selection, so
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. You can try and buy traffic. Okay, buy traffic from other
it's
places,
not
but
sustainable.
right, if it's not the right persona, customer persona, you're going to lose it. Now,
Yeah,
Amazon gives so many tools nowadays
yeah,
to educate the sellers market how to act as a brand,
yeah,
how to recognize the persona, how to retarget, how to remarket. They do everything. That with the DSP, you have everything you need in order
yeah,
to get people back to you and be to dominate your market
yeah, yeah.
with AMC and DSP
Oh, it's
and the
magic.
way
Yeah,
to track everything and all of the tech that you have outside. You can do everything. You can dominate any market if you just know what is your right market.
yeah,
Now, if I'm getting 2% and I make five 500K,
yeah,
all of my competitors together do 2.5 million. You understand that the only way to increase your sales on Amazon when you reach the ceiling is just to expose yourself to different
yeah,
markets with to different categories by the user persona.
yeah.
It's a again basic stuff.
Yeah, and it's also important to define a baseline, because a lot of time people get frustrated that the sales are not improving or they're decreasing, but they don't realize that they actually are above the baseline of what all the competitors are reaching as a market share. And if you don't know about this and you just think that you are the one underperforming, then you start doing things that shouldn't be done, because you just don't know the reality of the market and how it's behaving. So I see this all the time as well. People overreacting, which is what caused even worse outcomes. So yeah.
On the slide, we are talking about something that's part of my
Mhm.
presentation.
Yeah.
The next slide of the presentation, after we talk about the market, is like so many screenshots of questions on Facebook groups. Like, anyone else has a decrease in its sales,
Exactly. Yeah.
and ba- just for you to understand, the whole thing starts from this one because I couldn't understand. You sell puppies, I sell whiskey stones. How can you ask me this question and think that it's related
Yeah. Yeah.
to? It's not the way. Now, let's say you have a drop in sales, all
Hmm.
right? Before you act, you need to check if you are losing competition or not, and then act.
Exactly.
Because if your competitors have four competitors have Lightning Deal at the same day, most of the traffic goes there. You have a larger market volume because they drive traffic from different sources. You
Yeah.
have a bigger market volume for this specific day, you can say, all right, in 4 days, they will stop. I'm going to be back. I will lose market share, but I know why.
Mm-hmm.
You can do yourself a deal. You can set yourself to a deal a day later, or do whatever you want. But the problem is that people are taking actions without understanding why they have drops in sales. And you can know that only by understanding your market share and your market volume. Just take action or don't take any action. But you need to know why. Searching on Facebook group and someone will tell you, I also have a drop in sales. He's in fashion, all right? He sells like women's shoes. He sells puppies. I sell whiskey stones.
It's
We
good.
all have a drop in sales. So 3 sellers from 4 million active sellers on Amazon, they say, okay, so Amazon has less traffic, right? This is the perspective.
Yeah.
If everyone says, no, we have the same sales as before, he's sure that something that he's doing is wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Follow the market share. If you're losing market share, be scared. And that's what I'm going to talk about. That's not danger, all right, when you have a drop in sales, because it's a wake-up call, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I call it the honey trap.
Okay, like it.
Okay, this is it's my phrase.
Love
Trademark.
it. Trademark here. Here we have the proof in video.
Okay, I call it the honey trap because you are in a serious problem and you're so happy. And how does that happen? It happens when you have stable sales, or even worse, your sales increase.
It spikes, yeah.
You increase on a monthly basis. You increase, but you are losing market share. And in Prague, there was someone that was on the stage and he came to consult with people. And he said, suddenly, I had a drop in sales. Okay, why? And I could not recover it. Why? I had great sales before, right? I was growing consistently, and then a drop in sales, and I'm done. That happens when you have more sales because the market gets more traffic, but your competitors crushing you, and your market share goes down.
Yeah.
More people are interested in your product, but they bought your competitors' products. And you don't know it because you don't track it. You don't know. Suddenly, you have a problem, right? You have a drop in sales. Because eventually, your competitors are obviously better than you.
In conversion and everything, yeah.
In everything. They convert more. They get more money from this traffic, from those searches. People are looking for your product, and eventually, they choose to buy your competitors. Some of them, small part of them, also buy from you. It's enough to increase your sales, but it's not enough. Winning the competition. You're in a competitive landscape. And this is the most dangerous part of being an Amazon seller. If you don't track it, suddenly you will have a drop in sales, because eventually it will hurt your product. It will hurt your brand because you're not doing it.
Because it reaches a point that your history of in terms of conversion and sales, it becomes on so much under average of what the competition was doing for the last month or so, that then Amazon does the big shift into rearranging all the pros based on performance, and that's where you go very down, and that's where your sales drop. And the thing is not even market share. Sometimes people don't even know that the competition being very aggressive with external traffic, things like that, and you think nobody's doing it, and then that's where
the beautiful thing is that even if they get external traffic, all right, if you track it, you know that they drive traffic. Now you have a very simple way of catching traffic, all right, that people are paying. If I'm paying for Google and I drive people from Google to my product page, I still have the option and chance to advertise in your face.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't know that because you're happy. You're so happy. My account is growing on a monthly basis. Why should anything, what could be wrong
Mhm.
if I'm doing? If you had a Shopify store and your sales were increasing on a monthly basis, I will tell you, listen, you're doing great. But if you're telling me that you are increasing in sales on Amazon in a competitive landscape, it's so different. If you have a growing sales, my first question will be, what's your market share during this time?
Yeah.
Did you increase your market share or did you lower than the market share? We had our own platform back then in 2019, 2020 when we founded Absalom. Every brand that came to us to purchase it, we were waiting 30 days, 60 days just to analyze the market and understand he have a great 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, or he's losing the competition. And most of them had great sales, but were
Yeah.
losing market share on a monthly basis. And we stopped the procedure and we saw them fall a couple
Yeah.
of months later. And they had no idea why.
I know it's yeah, it's unfortunate, and I agree. Like whenever I do audits as well, like I make these questions, and most people don't even know the size of their market. They only know about how much money they're making in revenue, but they don't know if realistically that's a good number, if they're underperforming, if not. So it's definitely something that people need to pay more attention on. Now, Netza, to start bringing everything to a closure, like how you think people should start then combining all these two things, like everything in terms of market analysis and lifetime value to come to a final conclusion in terms of advice. Is there something you want to say to Amazon search so they can, start implementing this into the Amazon
Yeah.
business?
I think the basic, again, we talked about very basic stuff.
Yeah, of course.
It was, um, it's the go-to for every business in general, except Amazon. My advice is go to Helium 10. I get no commissions. If Vincenzo have a coupon code, send you,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right? But go to Helium 10 because they are the only one who can actually provide a very simple way of tracking your market. Create 3 markets, one for your competitors, direct competitors, which are product that gives the same exact solution as you. Whiskey
mm,
stones, whiskey stones. Add them. Create this specific market. Then think about your customer persona. What products will they buy if you have some? All right. Not everyone can do that, but for example, glasses can be also for gifts and also for a kitchen, home and
yeah.
kitchen for yourself. Um, get a broad market,
Mm-hmm.
huge market that you as possible, and then think how small cut do you need to take from this market for crushing the competition, and then create the real market, your real market, which is all of your exact competitors plus products on the same price range, just as we talked before on the whiskey stones. Roll back if you don't remember.
Yeah.
This is that's my tip.
Awesome.
Be careful while watching your market share. Aim to get as much market share as possible because in competitive landscape, this is the right KPI to track, not sales.
Exactly.
Regarding lifetime value, once you have the number, you can do it. I know there's a platform called Nozzle, right? And
Mm-hmm.
also a platform Vincenzo. Do you know the other one?
Trail it also. Trail it
Okay.
also. Yeah.
You can
Mm-hmm.
try those platforms. I didn't try it. We do it by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But you can try it. Go there, find your lifetime value, and start thinking about first of all, how to increase retention if you have subscribe and save products or just products that can be purchased more than once, follow-ups, inserts, coupons for next purchases, increase the average order value by giving 10% for the second product, 20% for third product, all of the gimmicks that Amazon gave us
Yeah.
so many years ago. All right. And start aiming to get retention. If you don't have subscribe and save products for your brand, your next launch, start think what product people can actually buy over and over and over again from you that is related to your brand. So you can also hook them with user acquisition on specific product and then get them to
Very
retain
good.
using the lifetime value. So those are 2 tips,
Awesome.
small tips, basic stuff. If you have any questions, so again, feel free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Netzah. It's been a pleasure to have you. And even if you say they are basic, like you will be surprised nobody's doing them. So please take action on these guys. Like as the market gets more and more competitive, you need to be on top of this. Yes, feel free to reach out to Netzah. Like he's very, open. He's always willing to help, and he has amazing experience when it comes to this. I'm gonna put all the information down in the description for all of you guys. In the meantime, Netzah, thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your wisdom with us. And I can't wait to see you soon at some of the upcoming events. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a nice one. Bye bye. See you.
Bye.